So one thing is we talk about procurement from government and so on, but after this equipment being battle tested, after the performance we are seeing, do you expect a widening of the private spending, private funding in this sphere? How do you see that going? And also, where do you see our technological prowess at the moment vis-a-vis the Chinese?
See, whereas it's about funding, there were only three things that worked in this conflict. BrahMos, drones, counter-drone. You can't invest in BrahMos. Of course, the only two sectors in which you can invest is drones and counter-drones. And it's quite obvious that the investment from the private side is going to increase, especially because the effectiveness of the technology is very well proven. And we didn't talk about the counter-drone space. I'll just briefly touch upon it. That is also another area where there is a lot of innovation that is happening. There are large companies as well as startups that are working on the domain. And that is also where private sector funding will come in. What will be interesting to see is that this conflict has taught us that there is going to be an interplay of public funding as well as private funding both coming in. Private funding will come in for the growth of the company. Public funding will come in for aspirational research and very advanced tech research. So that interplay is going to be very interesting to see of how this ecosystem evolves. And one thing that I want to mention is that there were many companies that were trying to iterate on their technology, some in 2 years of time, some in 6 months of time, some in 2 months of time. I'm very happy to report to this audience and the viewers that there are a few companies that iterated and improved their platforms in even less than 1 week. So sometimes conflicts really do accelerate technology development and kick that last thing that is required.